have a beautiful husband and wife in New Jersey who have gotten up extra early to be with us. They were here. They've been warm welcome to both of you, Vinay Krishna and Krishna Kamini. I'll introduce you separately. Vinay Krishna first met Gurudev at Vishnu Das's house in Houston, in Texas. And he took Harinam the very following year in 1998. He met Gurudev in 97, pretty early, the second year of Gurudev's Western pastimes. The following year, he took Harinam in 98. And then in Badger, the beautiful New Braj, he took Diksha in 2001. So we're very honored to have your presence, Prabhu and Didi, for the third and fourth speakers today. So I hand over to you, and a very warm welcome to our beautiful Sangha, our world Sangha. Haribol, Dandavats.
Thank you, Dandavats Prabhuji, Yashanandan Prabhu. Thank you, Haribol. I'm honored to be here. So, first of all, I offer my humble obeisances onto the lotus feet of Paramarada Gurudeva Om Vishnu Pada Stotra Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Maharaj, to our Guru Parampara, to the assembled devotees, Vaishnavis, Yatha Dandavats Pranam. So it's very, I'm, as I said, honored, and Yashodanandan Prabhu, and I can see Yashodri Didi. I think if you remember me, and I also see some other people, Madhuvat Prabhu, Harikatha, some of people I know. So Dandavats Pranam to everyone. So it's in this like occasion of Srila Gurudev 100th centennial celebration, I offer some Pushpanjali on his lotus feet. So as Yashodanandan Prabhu says that I met with Srila Gurudev in 97, and then it was Vishnu Das Prabhu's home. So I will just give my some experience with Srila Gurudev, my incident, and I can start something like that. I'm not like qualified to speak about it, but I will say I'm very fortunate to have Srila Gurudev as Mahabhagavat in my life, because as we say, sadhu sangha sarva shastra kahe, love matra sadhu sangha sarva siddhi hoy. So only by association, by like a moment of association, we can get the Mahabhagavat, his presence and his love matra sadhu sangha. Everything will be possible. So as I was saying, Yashodanandan Prabhu said that I met him in Houston, and it was just in May 97. I landed in Houston, Texas. A couple of weeks after that, I went to ISKCON temple because like I was coming from India, I had a religious background. So we were looking for some temple. People said that, okay, there is an ISKCON temple. I went there and took the darshan of Radha Krishna. And there was also a vigraha of Srila Prabhupada. At that time, I was not knowing who Prabhupada was, because I was not attached or related to Vaishnava Sampradaya. But some, like my friends also was there, and they asked me, do you know him? I said, no. But we had a nice prasad. Everyone can say that prasadam in like our like Gaudiya Math or ISKCON is so delicious. And when you're coming, when you're in Western world, you are craving for that food. So like after temple, after a week only, I was coming from there and to my apartments, and I saw a car and a sadhu coming out of that car. And that was Srila Gurudev with Madhav Maharaj and Sriman Vishnu Das Prabhu. He was my front door neighbor, but I have never met him before. It was just 2 months. But by Srila Gurudev's mercy, I able to meet him in front of like our apartment. And I will also say that it was also the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, because I will say Srila Prabhupada is like a Kshetrapal. He is a mercy, because without the mercy of Gopeshwar Mahadev, you cannot enter into the Ras Leela. Same thing, I will say that Guru Srila Prabhupada is like a Kshetrapal of the Western world. You have to first get the mercy of Srila Prabhupada to get the mercy of his exalted or dear friend, Srila Gurudev. So this was my like a small introduction that how I met with Srila Gurudev. As Yashodan Prabhu said that I started associating with Vishnu Das Prabhu, and then next year when Srila Gurudev came, I took Harinam and then Diksha after that. But like what Srila Gurudev has come, the Manobhist of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, like Rup Goswami has established the Manobhist of the innermost desire of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which is Anarpitam Charim Charat Karuna Vatin Kalahu Samarpit Munnat Ujwal Rasam Swabhakti Shriyam Hari Purat Sundar Dviti Kadamba Sambitaha Sada Hriday Kandare Swartu Vah Sachidananda. So the innermost desire of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which Srila Rup Goswami is like established, was Unnat Ujjal Rasam Swabhakti Shriyam. Swabhakti, his bhakti, the topmost confidential wealth of Swabhakti, which is Radha Dasyam, which Srila Gurudev distributed. And this is like the Pale Dasi Bhav, the servant, the mood, how do we serve Srimati Radha Rani in the Manjari Bhav. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was like wanted to do this, distribute this all over the world. And our Guru Parampara, like when we say Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Prabhupada, and every other acharyas, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur was one time say to his like disciples that I'm unhappy because I have come to give this thing of this Unnat Ujjwal Rasam Swabhakti Shriyam, the Vipronam Bhav, the mood of separation of Sri Radha and Krishna, and this Gopi Prem. But most of my time has been spent in cutting the jungles of Mayavad, Sahajvad, Sakhi Begi, and this non-devotional ideas. Our Param Gurudev, Acharya Keshri Shishmat Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, also preached like a lion roar, and he has so much exalted Vaishnavas like our Srila Gurudev, Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj, Trivikram Maharaj, and all other Vaishnavas. And our Swami Prabhupada, Prabhupada also took the sannyas from our Param Gurudev, Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, before coming to the Western world. So when Swami Prabhupada came to Western world, he has to start with the foundation, because all the devotees are neophyte and they have to start from there. He has cultivated the field so that the field can be fertile, so that the Bhakti Rata beach can grow. And Srila Gurudev, when he came, he distributed this Raganuga Bhakti, especially the Madhurya Bhav, the Singaras, very easily, because the field was cultivated, or there was a fertile, or there was some understanding has already been established by the Srila Prabhupada. And we see that when Swami Maharaj and our Guru Parampara, like everyone, is in this mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's to distribute this Unnat Ujjwal Rasam Swabhakti Shriyam, we can see Swami Maharaj always meditating on one of the bhajan, Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihari, Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihari. So this bhajan, this mood, I've heard Srila Gurudev saying that what he's talking about, all these pastimes of Sri Radha and Krishna, the Kunj Bihari, the Giriraj Govardhan, these are all Ras Bhav. He has been in that mood, but he has to start from the foundation to establish the bhakti in all over the world. And that what Srila Gurudev has given, the Radha Dasyam, will be remembered for ages, because this has not been given so freely. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu distributed the bhakti without any qualification. He doesn't say that there is a patra or apatra, like there was no qualification. Same thing, Srila Gurudev distributed this Rasmai Bhakti, this Shingar Ras, to everyone. We are not qualified to even understand what is Radha Dasyam, to be the maidservant of the maidservant of Srimati Radharani. But Srila Gurudev says, like, don't worry about your qualification, hear about this. So this is like one of the biggest contribution of Srila Gurudev of spreading or giving us understanding of this Radha Dasyam. Also, I will say that like a lot of people say that do we need guru to understand the Shastras? And we have known about it that that Eka Bhagavat, Bada Bhagavat Shastra, Eva Bhagavat Bhakta, Bhakti Rasa Patra. So there are two Bhagavat we have known, that there is Granth Bhagavat and there is a Bhakt Bhagavat, like the person Bhagavat and the book Bhagavat. And can we understand the book Bhagavat without the mercy of the Bhagavat Bhakta? Srila Gurudev used to say one example that in Hindi he said says, Ram tum kahan gaye the? Like in you say English says, Ram, where did you went? So if I read, like if I don't understand and I will read the Bhagavatam and I have a word like Ram, where did you went? I will not understand the inner mood that what the Shastra is saying. Srila Gurudev used to say that, okay, same sentence, if I said, Ram, where did you went? Then the mood is different, saying that, okay, I am not happy that Ram, where did you went is not the right place, or this is like in an angry mood. Same thing, if you say, Ram, where did you went? Srila Gurudev, like just an expression, like I remember Srila Gurudev's face in there. And the Gurudev says that, oh, I know where did you went. So this is the mood, like what is the inner understanding of that Shastra? You cannot understand without the Bhagavad. The Granth can only be revealed by the Bhakt. So we are, I will say, we are very fortunate to have Srila Gurudev, to have the association, and he giving us the instruction on this Rupanuga Bhav, Raganuga Bhav, and also the ultimate goal of the Prayojan, the goal of our life is the Radha Dasyam. So I will say like couple of my incident, my memories with Srila Gurudev, that how like I have some relationship. So I like how Gurudev shower his unconditional love to me, or to my family, to my parents, to my wife, kids. So he loved us like a parent, and everyone feel that Gurudev loved him the most. I also feel that Gurudev loved me the most. My wife says, oh, he loves me the most. So he has so much love for everyone that sometimes I used to go like and hug him, but he just laughed because he knows that he has so much love. On his one of the world tour, I went to take darshan of him to his bhajan kuti, the room, and I have a jap mala in my hand. I was chanting, and I did a saftang dandot pranam in front of Srila Gurudev, and I have the chanting beat on my head. So Srila Gurudev says, okay, your chanting beat should not touch the floor, because if you are doing the saftang dandot pranam, either you put the chanting beat on your like head, or like some other place which is aside, because that was the instruction. He said that there is no difference between Nam and Nami. There is no difference between Krishna and his name. Nam Namakari Bahuda Nij Sarva Shakti. So Bhagwan has invested all his potencies on his holy name. So that was one of his instruction, direct instruction he gave it to me. Other like memories I have is I was very fortunate to get some personal services. Like by the mercy of Mother Maharaja, like I used to get the service of his massaging, his like massage seva. So sometimes when you go to Srila Gurudev room at the time of massage, you can see 10 to 15 devotees massaging his body. Like I want to say that Gurudev expand himself to give his services to all his devotees, to please all his devotees, to give mercy to all his devotees. And I try to get his feet always to do his massage. So one time I was massaging his feet, and I was doing rigorously like his feet, and it becomes a little hard because I can also feel the hotness in my hand. But Srila Gurudev, what he does he got up a little bit, and he saw who is massaging, and then he lay down without saying a word. And I was massaging, I didn't see Srila Gurudev got up, and other devotees who were there told me later. But like he was so merciful that it may not be pleasing to him at the time, but he didn't stop us because it stopped me because it was pleasing to me and I was doing some seva. So I was saying that Gurudev is like transcendental. He has a transcendental body, and he expand himself to give the service to all his devotees. Other incident, other past, I will say, one time we were in Brajmanda Parikrama, and we did Govardhan Parikrama on scooter because my wife was not feeling well. So we did the Parikrama on the scooter, and I went to Srila Gurudev after that. And Srila Gurudev said, "Did you do the Parikrama?" I said, "Yes, Srila Gurudev, I did it by scooter." I said, "Hey, you are very young. Why did you do with the scooter?" So I said, I didn't say anything, but says that, "Oh, you should do it by foot." Giriraj is very merciful. He is like Sarv Abhist Pradata. He can fulfill all your desire, but don't desire for any material enjoyment. He is Haridas Varya. So he is Bhakta Prasad Kripa. Like he can give you any Kripa, and you all should go to Giriraj Govardhan and ask for his mercy that you can be a devotee of Shri Radha and Krishna. So like there is in a Govardhan Astakam, Govardhano me Dristam Abhistam. Like he can fulfill all your deepest desire and get the darshan of Shri Radha Krishna Leelas, because all the Leelas happened in Govardhan. So he was giving this instruction that we should like how to go to like a devotee and how to get the kripa of Govardhan, and he was so merciful. I also remember one of the incident when like the first time when I heard Srimad Bhagavatam from Srila Gurudev, and I was in Houston 98. This was the first Bhagavatam, and he was narrating that pastime of Akrura taking Krishna and Balram, and while he was in his chariot, like the gopis were lamenting, everyone is lamenting, and that whole he was describing that pastimes. And after the class, I went to Srila Gurudev and said that Gurudev, why Krishna never went back to Vrindavan? So Gurudev started laughing because I was like very neophyte, and he said, "Do more bhajan. Like you cannot understand now, but eventually by his kripa, I understand that that Brajendrananda Shyam Sundar Shri Krishna never left Vrindavan. There was another Prakost. He's always with his like gopis and sakhas, and he is there. So there was lot of like his pastimes, which has taught me, and by his mercy, that we are doing some seva or we are praying, and his lotus feet that give us the mercy to do more bhajan, because we know that we every day we sing in our Guru Astakam that Yasya Prasada Bhagat Prasado Yasya Prasada Nagati Gutopi, because without the mercy of Srila Gurudev, we cannot get the mercy of the grace of Krishna, and without his grace, living entities cannot make any advancement. So I pray to lotus feet of Srila Gurudev. I'm missing all those days. I'm missing when I go on morning walk with you. I'm missing the time when we can do little service of your charan seva, massaging your like feet. I'm missing the Harikatha from you, like from your lotus mouth. Missing those days when you leave, and we used to sing Govinda Damodara Madhaveti, Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. So by mercy, once we want to have your mercy, because of your mercy only I can get the service or paledasi of being the servant of Srimati Radharani. Shama Sundar Sikand Shikhar Smer Has Murli Manohar Radhika Rasik Mam Kripa Nide Swapriya Charnam Kim Kinkaru. Hey Srimati Radharani, give me the mercy to be your Kinkari, the maid servant of your beloved. Gau Paramanande Hari Hari Bo. Vancha Kalputarbhesha Kripa Sindhubhevcha Patitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah.
Krishna, that was so beautiful. And there's a couple of things I'd like to comment for you. Firstly, you mentioned, and I feel the same way, and I saw your wife laughing, the idea that I'm loved by Gurudev more than anyone else. But at the same time, you know everyone else is loved by Gurudev more than you simultaneously. How can that possibly be the case? And I feel like that with the programs. Yashadari and I often compare notes as to what we experience. And every week, it seems to get better. But if you said to me which was better, this program or the first program, I would say they were both better. So this must be something of the quality of Gurudev, that he can bring out this achintya, ever freshness in all of us. It's quite extraordinary. And at one point when you were speaking, I was quite overwhelmed by how much savor and how much heartly intent there is collectively amongst devotees. It's quite overwhelming to feel it. No one's doing anything for money or for position or anything. Everyone's just here because they love Srila Gurudev, and we can find love in each other and love each other and respect each other through that beautiful commonality. Which brings me back to the first point, which I really relished. I thought you got a very beautiful balance between telling us what the qualities and the Siddhanta that Gurudev came here to establish, and you combined it with personal experiences. There's a really nice balance. And I particularly appreciated this whole integration between Srila Prabhupada and Srila Gurudev, because I feel that 2021, and we have to remember, we're actually honoring Srila Prabhupada's 125th appearance day, as well as Srila Brahma Maharaj's 100th and Gurudev's 100th. Guru Shakti is one, Guru Tattva is one. And it's not like one has more ras and one has more tattva. They all have everything. They all come to give something different, a different emphasis.
Yeah.
They're an amazing team. And can we mute that, please? Yeah, they're an amazing team. And when we as devotees bring them together in our hearts, this is where the whole Vaishnava community globally is going to come into its own. When we finally realize that Prabhupada and Gurudev and all Guru Tattva and all Parampara is one beautiful, incredibly powerfully and empowered flute for Lord Nityananda's energy and ultimately Radharani's Hladini Shakti. And I felt that you really touched on that very powerfully. So much appreciated. Thank you.